Hey you guys, I'm here today to do a video, and as I stated in my last video, I was going to do a follow-up to that theme and make a part 2, and I am. But I decided before I went ahead with that I would do something different today, and I wanted to do a quick little video on gratitude. Um, as I've told you guys many times before, I always meditate beforehand. And as I did so this morning, it was just brought to me that I needed to just speak on gratitude today. And, I thought, what a perfect thing, being that here in the U.S., we are celebrating Thanksgiving, which will be tomorrow for us. And, I just thought, even though you may not be in the U.S. and you may not be celebrating Thanksgiving, you still should have gratitude. You should have gratitude to yourself. You should have gratitude to the universe, to your goddess, to your deity, to your life in general. Gratitude is something that we all have to have. We have to humble ourselves and have gratitude in order to receive any other blessings or gifts. And I just thought today that we could take a few minutes and reflect on that. And I just wanted to show you guys how I sometimes sit when I'm working alone, which is most of the time, and how I give gratitude, to the universe, how I give gratitude to myself, to my goddess. Just it's just a little technique that I do, and I wanted to share it with you in hopes that maybe you may incorporate it. You may want to take and tweak it and make it to your liking, make it to your need, but maybe it's something that you can use, and most definitely something that can help you on your path. So before I start, I've got some spray, and it's simply some moon water with some gemstones in it, and I added some white sage essential oil to it. But like I always tell you, when you're outside and you're in nature, it's not necessary to cleanse, because cleansing is when we're trying to rid our space, our aura, ourselves, our work, our intentions, anything that we are you know working with or within. We're trying to cleanse it of negativity. But here in nature, it's neither negative nor positive. It's a neutral set, and so therefore it's not necessary to cleanse, but I always do. So I'm just gonna spray our immediate space here around me and in front of the camera with this spray. And it necessarily doesn't have to be for cleansing. It can be to add to your aura. It can be to add to your intentions. You can incorporate these properties into your work, into your intentions. Whatever it is that you need to use it for, you use it for whatever it is that is going to help you as you work, as you give gratitude, as you learn, whatever it is that you're doing. You use it for whatever your need may be. And I just wanted to add it for the need of cleansing. So now I'm going to share with you a couple of stones. And like I said, you don't have to have anything other than yourself and your belief, your intention. Just work from the heart. You don't need anything but you yourself. But I always incorporate crystals. And if you don't have the money to go out and buy fancy tools or ingredients, that's fine. You can make your own tools. You can go and harvest your own ingredients. You can go out and collect stones. All you have to do is cleanse them and place your intention upon them to aid you in your work. And as long as that is coming from the heart, as long it's done with love and light, it's gonna be positive effects. So just keep that in mind. But and it's kind of cold today, which is unusual for us because here in the South our winters are very mild compared to most people's, but today it's pretty cool. So I may hurry this along a little quicker than I even intended. But I have this piece of amethyst, and I'm in the shade partially, so I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but it's actually a twin flame amethyst in the shape of a heart, which that's fitting as well. I have this piece of yellow calcite, and calcite is something that I really get a good vibe from, but for whatever reason I haven't been working with it a lot lately. So I think maybe, and it's a nice yellow, which is a happy color. I need to incorporate more yellow calcite in my workings. And I have this clear quartz, and of course it brings clarity, but it also adds, like, amplifies the other stones. So I'm gonna lay those up here, as I say, and let them hang out in the background. And I also brought my little teeny tiny rose quartz wand. And I love to use wands. I love to use, towers, or, longer, bigger stones that I can hold in my hand and use as a wand. But you don't necessarily have to have a wand. You can use your finger, because your finger works so great when you're trying to direct energy, because for one, it's attached to you and you're pointing it, and you're going to automatically point it in the direction you want to send that energy. And when giving gratitude, depending on who, what, when, why, that's how I choose the place I'm going to go to give gratitude. If I'm giving gratitude to, the earth, to the mother goddess, to nature, to the universe, I will come outside and I may sit down by a tree. I may just walk into the woods. I may just stand right where, I come up to. It just depends on how I feel. And a lot of times I'm drawn to the trees, to the plants. I have to touch them. I have to talk to them. You follow your heart. You follow, your, whatever it is you feel, whatever you are drawn to, you follow that, because your heart is, it's what is within you. It is what is part of you. It is what contains the best part of you, your love, your willingness to learn, your willingness to grow. Everything that is good is held within your heart. Everything that the goddess wants us to be, to feel, to obtain, acquire, is within our heart. So when people are doing energy work, they tend to focus more on the crown chakra or the third eye. Some, will put all their focus on the sacral or the root, because usually you would think, either the tip top or the bottom are the most important spots. And I'm not trying to take away the, from any spot, but I think people tend to forget how important and how much power and how much, energy can be obtained through working with your heart chakra. How much energy can be directed and maneuvered using the strength from your heart chakra. And for me, when I think of gratitude, I think of my heart chakra. So today I'll be focusing on my heart chakra, and I suggest, you give it a try as well. And I'm sorry the sun is, kind of, but if you're going to, give gratitude to the universe, to nature, to the goddess, outside is a great place to do so. If you want to give gratitude to a loved one, you can sit inside, you can sit outside, but what I suggest is maybe finding a picture of the person or something that they own, something they gave you. It always is useful to have a point to focus upon. And, if you're giving gratitude to yourself, and this is what I do, and I do this with other practices that I, do as well. I will sit in front of the mirror. If you don't have a mirror, pull out your phone and put on your camera. But, the mirror for me works really well because, of course, you can see yourself, and any type of work, any type of spells, any type of energy that you may use, and you do so in front of a mirror or using a mirror, the mirror is reflective, and it's going to reflect whatever it is that you were working on back on yourself, or if you're using it to place stones on or ingredients or whatever, whatever you're, putting forth, the mirror is going to reflect it back to you. And also, the mirror is almost as it's the next best thing to looking within someone's eyes. And as you know, the eyes are the window to the soul. So when I'm doing gratitude and I'm giving gratitude to myself, if I'm giving gratitude to my higher self, to my inner goddess, whatever it is that is to do with you, sit in front of the mirror. And this is what I did this morning when giving gratitude. I sat in front of the mirror, and as I did so, I spoke out. I spoke out to the goddess. I spoke out to the universe. I spoke out to myself, because you have to remember, we are an extension of the goddess, and she is an extension of us. We are her children. I am her daughter. He is her son. She is our mother. She is an extension of us. And, when it comes to family, family doesn't have to be blood. Family is simply of love, of connection, and that's what we are with the goddess. And, being connected through the goddess, therefore we're connected to ourselves. And in order to love ourselves, in order to learn for ourselves, to embark on our future, in order to do anything for ourselves, with ourselves, of ourselves, we have to trust within the goddess. And by doing so, I sit in front of the mirror, and it's really helpful to me. And sometimes I can see things that I didn't expect to see. I can find clarity, and I just suggest using the mirror. But depending on your work, if you feel being outside is best, or being inside using a point of focus, you just do what feels best for you. But this morning, I used the mirror, and I simply sat in front of the mirror, and I thought for a moment. I focused on my image. I looked within my eyes, and looking within your eyes will help you to see within your heart. And in doing so, I thought of the things that I was the most grateful for. I give my gratitude, and in doing so, it helps me to see things clearly. It helps me to focus on me and my plans for the future. It helps me to realize what it is that the goddess has blessed me with, what she has shown me, how she's helped me to grow. It will help you overall, I promise you. Giving gratitude is one of the major steps in evolving. So I simply, I sit or stand in front of the mirror. And after, I sit and I get focused and I'm looking within myself, I'll pull out my wand, my stone. It can be whatever you want to use. It can be your finger. And I will start up here with my crown, and I will just help that energy to flow. Then I'll come down to my third eye, my throat chakra, my heart chakra, my sacral, my root, so on and so on. I will just, get all the energy flowing within me. This may take a few seconds, a few minutes, or longer, just depending on, how you're vibing that day at that moment. It could be based on how yesterday went for you, how the week went for you, what you eat, what you drink. Everyone's different, but you'll feel when your energy aligns and is flowing. You will feel it. Sometimes it'll feel like warmth. It may feel like a little tickle in your gut. It may feel like whispering or whooshing in your ears. You may get cold chills. Everyone's different. Every time we do energy work is different, but you will get some sensation or state of being or feeling. You will know when your energy is flowing. Once you've gotten that going, you take your stone, you can hold it, connect with it. If you're using your finger, just hold your hands, connect with yourself. Sometimes I may whisper a few intentions, down into it. If you want to use some essential oils to anoint your hands, your stone, you can spray. You can use another stone to charge your stone or your hands. And once you get that, you'll feel that as well. And then you simply focus on your face to start with. And I always start by focusing on my mouth. I'm trying to get a little tongue-tied. My mouth, then my nose, then I look into my eyes. And like I said, it may take a moment, to get everything connected, going, flowing. You'll feel it. And once you do, then you can use your finger or your wand as your way to direct energy. You may feel the need to swirl it. You may want to kind of give it a boost to flow from you to your reflection. And like I said, you'll get that back. You're getting it going, and energy flows in a circle. Our chakras, they work, they go in a circle. So I always tend to use circular motions, but like I said, whatever feels right for you. Once you get that established and going, then you can, go ahead and begin to speak out. For me, I feel the need to give gratitude for just being, for existing. And as I'm sending that energy, that gratitude out into the universe, because you have your background, you have your reflection, whatever it is you're using, your point of focus, if you're using that picture or that item, but whatever energy you're sending out, be prepared to receive it back. That's with anything that you do. Whatever you give, you get. And then I'll move on to my next thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for love. Love of myself, which was so very hard to learn how to do and to continue to do. And on a day-to-day basis, it's still a struggle sometimes. And I'm grateful for love that I receive from others, from family, from friends, from my twin flame, from my pets, from my goddess. Any love that you receive, I'm thankful for all the love I receive from others. I'm grateful for knowledge that is available from the goddess, from the universe, from you guys, from myself. which means, you're getting up and you're going out there and you're learning and you're striving to learn, and I'm thankful for the ability to learn. Some of us just, it's hard for us to learn. We can't grasp it, we can't understand it. And if you are lucky enough to be able to learn on your own, and I am, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my social media platforms because this is my witchy family. And I say it often, but I don't know if people realize it, but you guys are my family, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for this channel. It's small, it's not, a big extravagant channel, but it helps me to give, it helps me to receive, it helps me to grow, and I hope it helps some of you, and I'm grateful for that. And there's so many more things I am grateful for, but I think you guys, you get it. You're telling the things you're grateful for. And once you decide that, you're ready, you're finished, you just keep your energy going, because what you're putting out there is coming back to you. And you'll know, believe me, you'll know. And then you give your gratitude to the universe. You give your gratitude to the goddess. And you give your gratitude to yourself. And you do this in love. You give gratitude in perfect love. You give gratitude with all of your heart. And in doing so, you may not see it now. You may not see it tomorrow. Or you may see it, immediately. But because you are gracious, you will be blessed. You will find happiness. You will be a better you. Anything you do, just in the basis of your everyday life, you have to be grateful. And this is just one of the ways that I sit down when I'm working alone and I give gratitude. And it may not seem like much to you guys, but it is to me. It helps me, and I hope maybe, just maybe, it helps some of you. And with that, so it shall be. And as always, if you believe, you will receive. Much love, you guys. Bye-bye.